everyone who's just tuned in. As the title implies, I want to do something about the steam engines over here. I've been meaning to do some experiments with the steam turbines instead of steam engines. As far as the mathematics go, a steam turbine, when you feed it the lower temperature steam from a boiler, it produces a fraction of the power that it can potentially produce from the steam turbine, but the steam turbine consumes twice as much steam as a steam engine, so you only need one instead of two. So it works out that a single turbine produces the exact same power as two steam engines, which is actually advantageous because it's one less fluid box entity. And as it also turns out, it's quite a bit more UPS friendly to do it that way. I started blueprinting, booking your railways and annoying as heck. Thanks for the books so far. Oh, those books make life so much easier. Yeah, it's like 34% less. I think in the test build it was 8,900 UPS for the steam engine build, and then the same thing with the turbines was 13,500 UPS. It's quite a jump. And that's also too because the generators are very UPS intensive. They're worse than pipes. I'm going to walk behind that. Yeah, I knew it. See? I knew it was going to do that. So, let's go over there. As a side note, the base is running out of iron and falling short on iron. Yeah, there. And so, science is slowing down. But I'm going to solve that problem by ignoring it. Yeah, I always theorized that that the steam engines would run better on turbines. But normally there's no reason to use turbines. Unless you do something on the scale that myself or Colonel Will has. It's just a waste of entities otherwise. They really need to build something stupidly big like that to actually have any sort of effect. I was also thinking more long term as well about what to do with the trains coming in. It's looking like I might need to expand the train system up to 5 trains per outpost, which is a lot of train. It's a lot of trains and a lot of work, and I don't really want to have to do it. Having said that, I could probably, the way it works is copper could just run, and stone could, and coal even, could run just as is, and iron can soak up this space for more trains. In an ideal world. That's true, actually. The nuclear, you would switch from steam to nuclear. You wouldn't stick to steam. There's no reason to. And yeah, so this thing would gain 5 lights, which means it's borderline growing in size again. In fact, I think it is consuming it would consume all the space available in there. I'll probably have to move these up top or something. But I kind of want this for... oh no, that's fine. Oh, that actually... okay. I'll add a few more of those so it can work universally. Hey Sonny, how's it going? There's a few things with the lights here I want to fix up as well. But I don't want to have to stretch it down. Like, I need more combinators, so I'd have to stretch it down. And I don't want to do that. Anyway. Now let's call up some materials. Kill all that off. Turn that on. Hey Jambool, how's it going? I think if that gifted sub earlier too. Say 200. It's a good start. Oh, do you have pumps here? Yes. Let's bring pumps then. I have a few ideas in mind, and I'm probably going to need... that doesn't have it either. I need quite a few parts. Just grab those just in case. There's probably a lifetime supply of offshore pumps here. Pre-request those. Bin that. Hang on to that. Oop. Actually. Just paint it randomly. Just generally empty the inventory out. Okay. Now, oh yeah, let's fix this refueling while we're at it. Apparently I only did one of them, not both of them. I can stay on rocket fuel for now. These trains aren't going to do much anyway. Okay. I'm going to pull up these tracks so they can't do anything. That's triggered. They're all empty too. Are you not requesting... Just complete distraction again. Why? Oh, you're not connected to the roboport anymore. Oh, too bad for you. Alrighty. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is... Hey, Samantha, how's it going? What you up to? I'm having a look at this steam plant for the first time in many months. And possibly redoing it. So it's always had the... since version 12, it's always had the boilers here. And then the fuel, then a path. And then this field of pipes. Some of them might actually... No, they won't actually. Yeah, all these offshore pumps are the original ones from version 12. That's why they're all in funny positions. They're all not sitting right. They are disabled, yeah. But I want to replace it with something a bit more... Well, this is a terrible build anyway. It's full of pipes. It's really excessive. But when I built it, it wasn't... It was 14 into 15. It was before the infinite science. So I could get away with it. But now I can't. Yeah, what I'm thinking is a more conventional build. So, take that up. Let's bring connect up the roboports. Just temporarily, at least. There. Oh dear. That can't be good. Alright, let's not connect the roboports. Yeah, let's definitely not connect the roboports. I think I've done it bad. Alright, moving swiftly along. I'm gonna need some boilers too. I'm winning at the minute, eh? Where's that thingy? There it is. Scrap that. That just emptied the entire contents of the robo network into that thing. Right, you're gonna have to be an active provider. Are you? You are. Right, that's gonna have some lingering. I didn't lose all of them. It's gonna have some lingering effects for quite some time. Can't paint, of course. Actually, 1, 2, 3. There. Now, do I want to do belts is the question. Yes, I think I will. Although you have to be there. Now, I tend to use stack inserters for these. Set that request. Yeah, I changed out the playlist, but I'm pretty sure this isn't the playlist I had quite some time ago. Can't remember what the other one was, though. Why stack inserters? Just because I can. In theory, it's a little bit less UPS to use them. 2, 4, 5... 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll set it as 10 so far. I used stack inserters on the other one and did a pass through, but that creates a lot of active inserters. So there. Or there even. About there. The only reason I'm not using burner inserters is just because they take longer to swing. I don't want the lag associated with that. Then I need my precious splitter stubs. Okay, let's redo these substations after laying this out. It's intense thinking mode. There, and then there, and then lastly there. Excellent. Oh, one more thing. Set the priority to always try and fill up the stub as quick as possible. That one's important. So, okay. I've set it to 10, so... Did I get... Not quite yet. How far away is it is the question. It's on its way. The train is on its way. Sneaky morning stream? Yep. Hey, Cogsy. That is the case. I'll have an evening one as well too, the usual one. The Saturday morning one. At least as far as relative to me it is. Now. So we have 10. Now it's not given anywhere, but these produce what is it, 60 steam, which means they consume 60 water per sneezed. I'm just grabbing the calculator. So 20 per offshore pump minus the losses. I think you can have up to 2.5 thereabouts. So about 3,000 water per. Like I can get 3,000 water down here. The reason why I'm actually stacking it in 10 is I might need pumps to help push it down. I'll do some experimenting. So in theory, I can have 60 turbines or 60 boilers to max out the water. Very likely that's not going to actually work, but we'll see how we go. I think I'll replicate the test train. Ooh. Let's blueprint this. Hey, Mr. Bucket. How you doing? Let's get rid of more of this. Did I just get turbines? I did. Yeah, so it's going to come in like that. I really don't want to have to landfill the coastline still. I want to keep it, just for some reason I want to keep it version 12-ish looking. I just say for some reason, no idea why. If it was anyone else, they'd just plow through. Right. I need the command. Doing good, eh? Slow day. Ah, nice slow Friday at work. Alright, where did I put this command? Let's check my list. Steam turbine, steam engine, there it is. There we go, and prepare for the crashing of the UPS. Although it's not actually that bad. How much is it actually producing right now? 4 gigawatts. It's not teabag. Ooh, lag. Very stumbly. Okay, so this has water now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's make some room. Renovate the whole thing. I'm gonna steal that too. Alright. Good enough. Although I'm putting it in these, which I really don't need to. There we go. Yep, need the underground there. Why steam turbines? So steam turbines, they consume 60 fluids 60 steam a second instead of 30, which steam engines do. And so it means you only need... So one steam turbine will do this equivalent work of 2 steam engines in this configuration. Now the only reason you wouldn't really do it is it's considerably more expensive. Although relatively speaking it's not that bad. Like it's 31 iron plate versus 120 iron plate and 50 copper. It's not the worst thing in the world. But normally there's no incentive to do it. I'm just doing this particular setup for UPS. So that's happily... So these are all happily consuming all of the steam that these are producing. So I'm now getting 17.8 megawatts out of that. Okay. I might kill these requests. And those... Then I can link the robot ports again. And not have everything go insane. And also, very quickly change those to active provider chests. And perhaps get rid of these too. Alrighty. Of course you're running out of fuel now. Let's get another blueprint. Let's get rid of that. Let's get this. Reactor centrifuges on this side. That's true. Oh, I was looking at doing some stuff with some mod stuff with centrifuges, but they're horrid things to make. They're the 100 red circuits, 100 concrete. It's just insane. It really limits the usefulness of them. Okay, let's get rid of some crap. In the form of all of it. Good enough. Let's keep going. Oh, wrong one. I want that one. So that's 30. Where's the robo network there? Let's cut off another one. Hey, Sulfire! Thought I had unlimited power. Only... I was using it as... let's kill this. I was using the... electric energy interface to fake the nuclear and steam. But I still want to at least try and get this thing going. It would be nice. And I haven't really rebuilt it in a while. Or rebuild it properly. This design was interesting, but ultimately not that good. How much of this solid fuel do I have? Not a lot, apparently. Am I trashing it? Well, what's the story? Let's join that one. Speaking of what's the story, where's my turbines? Should have had enough for this. Oh, you got that missing. Look right. Hey, Kickback Man, and a good morning to you too. How you doing? Okay, there comes the blocks of fuel. I have a feeling something ain't right there. You are good. Wonderful. Oh, there. You can do it. You can do it, bots. You can do it. Hope I'm doing well. No, I'm doing pretty good. There's another missing underground. Actually had a lot of headaches this week. And a tangled headphone cord too, apparently. Yeah, a lot of headaches. Am I going to chain boiler? No, I'm getting rid of the chain boilers. Something more. Do something more like this. How's that water looking? It's interesting, you get... oh yeah, because it's the turbine missing. That'll do it. That's surviving so far with the water. 9.8. Oh, there's some turbines. Actual real headaches. Not sure if it's lack of, because if it's not drinking enough water, or if it's something I ate, or what the story is. Admittedly, I am prone to headaches normally. $146. Okay, it's holding steady. Try some multivitamins. So in theory there's 600 water surplus right now. Can't you only fit 40 boilers? With one pump jack, yeah, but I've got 2. The exercise right now is to see just how many I can cram on there. Yeah, so I'm up to 30. I want to just see how far I can go with it. Maybe for the purpose of this exercise... oh. So, 40. And... nope, don't do that. Nope, not joining them bot networks. It's important, that is. That's because you're upside down. Maybe. Okay, so you're gonna churn out more of that. There'll be an underground missing there-ish. Yeah, there. And a similar problem, multivitamins did help? Interesting. Okay, so that's queuing up the fuel. Yeah, it is regular boilers with steam turbines too. Yeah, so the turbines consume twice as much steam fluid as a steam engine. So you can do the same thing in less space and less active. Music up a little. Bit loud, is it, or too quiet? Or just different? So you can see the fluid now is going down. 70. 50. Yeah, so now I'm consuming more than what it's supplying. It's fine. Oh. Am I going to fuel it with solid fuel? I don't know. Maybe. Sasteri, thank you for the follow there. The original intention of the map was to run these off solid fuel, but there's no thing that says I can't run it off. Why is it like... Oh, I suppose I did rant about this on the Reddit post already. Like, why that one's empty even though it's the closest, and then... Yeah, see, it goes up and then back. It starts at the minimum and then jumps up and then down, 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 down. Then goes to nothing and then back up again. Just go full with the nuclear fuel. There's a degree of... I think you can only go to rocket fuel before there's a loss overall. Because you have to burn energy to make it. The original idea of using the solid fuel is because I couldn't use the rocket fuel originally. It wasn't burnable. That came later. What am I doing? Let's attach a third one. So all three are flowing. How far did that go? Nice wood sink. And it hasn't actually sunk wood in a while. Oh, it's getting water. Are any others running? The important thing is nothing else is run... Oh. Oh, they'll burn out their fuel eventually. Looks like they're most of the way to doing that. Oh, these are turbines actually. 67 megawatts. Ah, you want to up a little. Yeah, so the pipes can handle a quantity that no one really knows for sure. It depends on how many there are in a chain. I think if this went to there, it increases how many it can handle. Like if I was to do this, there, and then there, and there, cut that. Yeah, so this is flowing. You can the animation's faster now. In fact, that's filling now. So it is handling more. Except for those few where which it just randomly has more. Yeah, that's increasing now. It should be 50 using the universal measuring tool. No, it's only 40. I thought I made it 50. Sloshing. Probably. Don't need that anymore. I thought the sloshing dissipated pretty quickly. Or have I forgotten already? Oops. I might wait until the very last second to cancel it. Drop that. And... bloop. Bap. Did you read the pipe? Yeah, I posted on it actually. Got a lot of upvotes for that one. I pretty much just summarised what everyone already knew. The UI is unintuitive because it says... like, it says there's a lot of water here. Then it says there's no water here, or... like, this says there's no steam in it, but it's working fine. This says there's no steam in it, or one steam in it, and it's working fine. My main thing is, I believe there's actually a chunk boundary. I go to tile grid. Yeah, no? It's usually chunk boundaries where weirdness happens. See, this is 109 and this goes up to 137 and then starts going down again. But then it's like this one's empty. It's still working fine. And then it just suddenly jumps back up again. And it's just all over the place. Like, you had no idea what's going on. Confusing as. So I don't know now. Yeah, this one's performance is bouncing around. I'm not 100% sure if it's taking it or not. Why is water so random? No idea. They go on a bit of a tangent though, talking about 83.4. Yeah, they go on a bit of a tangent talking about floating point and fixed point. And that's only part of the solution. Like, the whole floating point thing's really annoying. But it's only part of the problem. Because it still have the rounding errors. If it was still... yeah, I think these... Yeah, these are all at 24 point... Yeah, these are... This one here is 24.99999. Instead of 25, even though they've got these ramming them full of oil. Yeah, the rounding errors are pain. That breaks this whole train system. Those rounding errors. Where's one that's... I sort of built it to deal with it though. Still annoying. Never gets to 25, so the averaging never works. But yeah, if you go to fixed point integers, the error's still there. Because you're still using the same fundamental system. Can't round it. Yeah, it could be done, but it still doesn't actually solve the problem. The reason why you got to deal with the reason why the fraction's there in the first place. So how many do I have? 50. I'm getting 83.4. What was I meant to get? It's basically giving the equivalent of that. Was it 1.8 megawatts? So in theory I should be getting 90, but I'm seeing 83. Okay, so it's right on the edge. Talking about, so it's the fluids in pipes rounding, which is a complete mess. So what I was wondering was whether these pumps can do anything to help it along. Because these things are really good at suction on the very first... Yeah, see, it's completely empty. So I think I'm actually pushing more fluid in now. 86. What was it before? Just line of pump and no pipes. Yeah, they have a fluid flow rate of like 12,000. This goes down to... yeah. In fact, we're putting those two pipes in. See, that's made it crash. Quite dramatically. Look at the water go, though. Whee! Okay. Do the liner pump. I'll have to do that. Here we go. What's that done to the 87? That has helped. Can't deny it. Has helped. So what if I split it in half then? Where's the midway? There. So... yep, 25. Grab that. It's 27, 65. Slide it over by 2. I don't actually need to do that. Extend that. Bloop. Can you pump source all the way to the water pump? Gets increasingly tricky, but I can do it. There's no reason why I couldn't. Admittedly, it doesn't. There is a decreasing benefit to doing that because I'm adding fluid entities by doing that. Go fuel, go! Go fuel, go! 49.50. Have to do... oh, no, one there wouldn't do anything. Realistically. I wonder if you could inject 1, 2 and 3. Why is it bad? The more you have, the more UPS it drains. So spamming lots of fluid entities just lags the game. 89? Better than expected. You... this randomly just doesn't have enough water. Yeah, it's glitching out. It just flickers briefly. I'd say it's for 17, if it's gonna happen. Yeah, that one's under... it's got water though. That's where, again, fluid weirdness. It's got water, but it's still dropping out. These don't, but they're... oh, not really. So how is it? 80, settle down to 87. Alright. Look forward to the 18 being announced. The next divisor is groups of 10. There's going to be a lot of pumps. Alright. So, 10. Screw it. The things I'm doing just to try and squeeze another 10 boilers in a row. And there. So it's 20. 30. 40. And lastly, 50. It's just crashed into the unload. Pumps the wrong way? Probably. Yeah, it's the wrong way. No matter. There we go. Now, underground. And then an underground. Oops, wrong position. There we go. And an underground. Just get rid of that. Doesn't really need that much in the way of fuel insertion. There we go. Where are we at? 25. Okay, I'll start let the fuel be eaten and the water be consumed and slurped up. How's the steel doing? Empty. Yeah, the game would normally be at like 45 UPS now with that level of steel. In fact, how's the packs look? Oh yeah, that's like 45 UPS right there, normally. If I turned off the steam engine and everything again. That's how much performance that eats. Out of... yeah, it's completely out. So we're up to 58. Fuel's still making its way down. Yeah. It's got this lot to go. This one might need some more soon. 78. Is it going down? Now that this has been done, so 150, oh, goes up and then back down again. Down. They're all happy. 89.9, almost. These are all full up. Hey-oh, the 100 bits there, Platinum Dragons. Thank you very much there. Taking advantage of the cheap bits, apparently. $89.8. So who's slacking off? Well, apparently these are having a hard time. Oops. Probably used up all the... yeah, I have used up all the solid fuel. It's time to eat the coal. No, they're fine. Who's the slacker? In theory, it's this. In theory, it'll be down here. Apparently not. No, that was just steam. Oh, I got 5 rows out of it at least. It gets it to there, which isn't bad. Gives me more room for the track too. So that's 50, 100 per row. Me likey. So I mean I can go to 6 then. Or 6. By 60 is 3,600. I don't know if I can do that. That's 3 pumps worth 60. Oh, well, let's just add until it can't take any more. Slide these down. Let's do this a little more accurately. Yep. Blab. Blah. Alright, let's drop oh. That's sitting one further forward. 4. Let's try 4. There's a why it couldn't be closer actually. What if one of the offshore pumps moves visually slower? Yeah, that'll be the limiting factor. It's just finding where that 94. Okay, so we're losing water now. So I'll reach that point. The loss is either going to be through these things, or it's going to be getting it in the first place. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, that one's slower. So the question is, does something like this do anything? Just out of curiosity, yeah, it's zooming in. That's not moving. Oh, of course it's not doing anything. I think it's reached some kind of limit there. What are we at? 86. I've made it worse somehow. Well, that one's dead, apparently. Sure. There's another one randomly that's can't. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so I don't know why they made it worse, but it's made it worse. What about now? So it's backed up to 88. She's rising again. 90. So these are struggling. 1, 2. 3, 4... about 5 of them. Yeah, sounds like 50 is the way to go. Let's drop 1. No, pairs. So what is that? It's 52. Which actually makes it 4 lots of 13. 89. Nah. 89 to 90 seems to be the limit. So I guess that's it. Alright then. Now we've got that. Let's make it something tileable. Get rid of that. And that. That was probably important. A lot of stuff just went without power then. 4, and this would be number 5. Oh, that's a lot of bots. There we go. Hey, K90, how's it going? Let me give it a bit there. There, and there. Hey, West Dude. Am I going to replicate Elric's steam engine setup? I don't actually know his steam engine setup, is it? Is it this? Very similar? So what are we doing today? I'm redoing the steam engines, which is something I've been wanting to do for a while to maximize the UPS out of them. I want to see just how much I can optimize the UPS. It seems like this is about as good as it gets. Getting rid of the 2 steam engine, replacing it with a single turbine, halves the number of boiler entities, and then trying to cram as many as I can off a single offshore pump. And then marking the whole lot for deconstruction. It's a big deconstruction. Oh yeah, there's actually robot ports in there. I forgot about that. Oh, one of them. I did actually build those once. That sort of system. It, I mean, it was amusing to see it, but it didn't do anything. Fortunately, the save for it's version 12, so you'll never be able to see it. Unless I load up 14 to bounce it through. I'm gonna get trapped. Way off in the corner of the map. It would be. Yeah, I did test out a few Steam storage systems and none of them worked. That was a very long time ago. I guess I might just redo the offshore pumps. Buffering steam causes more issues. What I found was, what I used to do was store the hot water. The theory being that when you store up the steam, you build up the hot water, because this was before steam was a thing. And then when the nighttime comes, it uses that hot water to run through the night. But the way it works out that like you have to burn it one way or another. You know, like you either burn it or you burn it and use it straight away, or you don't burn it at all. There's no point doing a half and half type thing. Yeah, it's actually funny you mentioned the nuclear. Like, you keep seeing people saying that they want better Kvorexes for more U235, and like I've been doing this thing. This thing is not smart in any way whatsoever, and it just churns it out. Oh, coal. I find it funny that the whole nuclear thing's been kind of broken in that way. What is that guy? Bye bye steam engines. Yeah, the eventual conclusion I came to was that you just set it up for all or nothing. Don't bother with steam storage. Or anything weirdness. I've been running this map for months, just burning uranium for no real reason. Because technically it's not actually been producing any power out of it. This is the first time I've seen... In some time you would have seen turbines do anything. The reactors are still burning. They're still happily burning away all that uranium. I wonder how many cells I go through. Say 10 hours, 10 hours. Yeah, 17,000. Wish there was a way to recycle. Easy, throw it in the chest, shoot chest, and then item's gone, and you're not gonna have to worry about it. That's probably what I'll do with the steam engines. Gives me an idea, actually. I might make a landfill of storage. I use the same sort of logic dealing with odd numbers of underground belts. I figure that if I have an odd underground belt, then a logistics network is probably going to have the other half. So if I throw it into the logistics network, it's eventually going to find its way back to its other companion. At the very least, it no longer becomes my problem. It eventually reaches the reason why I say that, though, in all seriousness, because if the game very quickly reaches a point where expense is relative. I think the only thing that I can really stress over losing is a train car full of speed 3 modules. beyond that, it really doesn't matter. Let's grab 50 of those. So what's this train up? Oh, got it just in time. The thing that actually latches in what's request is on a timer. It's on a timer and it won't latch in when the trains are present. Well, at least it's not supposed to. So I would have only just got it. Come on, wheels to front over Hoffney Space Pack train. Hey, Agiris. Agiris. How's it going there? And Gil Bill. Better give you some power. At the very least, it'll give some roboports to pass through. How's it going today? It's going pretty well. Just arguing with steam engines. Doing good? Wonderful. Got this new steam engine coal burning setup going. That happens to be using turbines, I should add. Munch that. Can probably munch those now. Now the other question is, how do I get water into here more practically? Can I explain the turbine coal cell? Okay, so basically, oh, hang on. Oh, that was fine. It was odd because it was a different place than normal for the attack. So, a turbine running at the 165 degrees only runs a fraction of its maximum performance because it's expecting 500. As it turns out, that fraction is the same as two steam engines, because a steam engine consumes 30 fluid a second, whereas a turbine consumes 60. So this does the same amount of work as two steam engines. The advantage there is it's more compact and it's half as many burner entities, or not burner entities, power generator entities and fluid entities, which means that this setup would drain less UPS than a steam engine would, the pair of steam engines. If I did the numbers right, it should be 34% more UPS efficient to do it this way, on top of the 6% improvement on with the splitter stubs keeping the inserters inactive, which is the little thing I'm doing here with the splitters, which might be more apparent here. So I've got a splitter and then a short length of belt onto 4 inserters, and then the main lot of supply of fuel carries on down here to another stub, and so on and so on. I mean, turbines, I always said it's not really worth it because turbines are more expensive, but at the same time they're not that much more expensive. Although at the same time, I'd argue that you'd only really do this if you're at this sort of stage of the game, that Megabase stage, and you're really committed to using steam power and not nuclear. There's no reason to do this otherwise. How's belt setup save UPS? It keeps the inserters inactive. Let me show active state. So whenever an item moves on a belt, it wakes up all the inserters attached to that belt. If I go show active state, and then see how that one inserted and all of them woke up? All of the red circles disappeared? Even these which don't need to do anything. You see the occasional flicker? There you go, all 4 of them have switched. Now, what I'm going to do is, if I get an underground belt, there we go. It's excellent timing right there. I'm going to swap that splitter for that. Now we wait for the next swing. Hopefully it'll come soon. There we go. See how all of them woke up then? So these inserters, even though they had no reason to do anything, because the items were moving past, they had to wake up to be aware of it. In fact, if I actually hit F on the belt, you'll see coal's moving, so they're all woken up. As soon as it backs up here, they stop, and then they stop. So whenever this one's swinging, it's woken all of them up. And as you can imagine, if I keep adding to it, like so, and then F the belt again, see now all 12 of them are active while I'm slurping the belt. Now if I connect that to there, they'll do their swingage. See, this belt's constantly moving, and you can actually see these are active with the stuttering. And so these now permanently on. Yeah, so my reasoning is you'd set up these little splitter stubs, set the splitter priority. This is the best use of splitter priorities I've probably encountered so far. Yep. So now these are not affected by anything further down. About to set up a nuclear power plant. Can you show me what your setup is? I sure can. Oh yeah, it's not true. It's not the same for inserters outputting to a belt. This is strictly for input. So this is the nuclear. I'll turn that off. Would it save UPS? No, because the smoke was changed in 16. It's no longer an entity. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16 reactors. This is a blueprint can gave me. The turbine's direct connect. It's actually like a turbine and a bit. There's a thought. I wonder if you can attach them. You kill off half of them and then join them together. I think it's like 1 2/3 though. Yeah, 3 pipe thingies. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then mirror on the other side. Bots bring in the fuel and take away the spent fuel. That thing. I'm told you need the triple thick heat pipes because of the strangeness of the flow of heat. It doesn't make yes, it's 547 degrees there. It doesn't make it all the way down otherwise. Apparently it also depends, it's also to overcome the weirdness with the order that you place it. Or if you place it by bots, by how the bots place it. And then I've used the water fill mod to add the lakes. No, there's no steam storage. I actually have some accumulator storage instead, but I'm not using it at the minute. I had a controller thing here, but it's not being used anymore. That was part of the older setup, which used the Hoffney nuclear. Oh yeah, actually, come to think of it, the smokeless does save FPS still. But yeah, the smokeless doesn't do much for UPS anymore. Ever since that went to, what is it, trivial smoke or simple smoke or whatever it's called. Okay, let's do another one. That's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what are you worth? Just 360. 150 for 5. Who loves to watch? I hope everyone does. I'd be worried otherwise. Why on earth would you come here if you didn't want to watch me? Now. AK-90 is all about it. 90 by... Yeah, I don't have the exact blueprint to hand out though. It's because it's cans. I don't know what their story is there with it. AK-90, thank you for the sub there. Jambu. Gifted a sub, even. Sub hype. If only I would hear back from the artist, then we could have some sub hype emotes. Heyo. Oh yeah, sub hype from the VOD squad as well. Gotta have that. I'm also trapped. Apparently. There we go. Guess my limiting factor is the range of a Roboport. Oh, that had to be full of bots. Let's go for 5. Even though I am feeding it by belts. It's a bit of an odd number. Been catching up on VODs in the last 2 days. Oh yeah, I got 2 more past recordings uploaded earlier too. So I can get some more unleashed later. There we go. Could probably push it to 6 even. Back, my sister man to put a shelf for her. Spice rack? Simpsons reference. Heh. 90% of your alerts. That's the VOD squad. Remember, you can blame it on NG. He's the one who encourages it. Would I do a day playthrough for Oxygen if possible? I would like to do another round. It's kind of an annoying game. I like to progress. The annoying thing with that game is I never get to progress any further than I do. I really want to get into the conveyors and the plastic processing stuff. But I always seem to fall short either because of food or heat. It's really annoying. I really want to get further into the game, into the late game. I just can never get there. I have actually done the plastic stuff before, when automation came out. That was one that I didn't stream actually. It's a very somewhat RNG dependent game. Like how good a run you get is very dependent on the map you get. It does feel like you're always. Yeah, I know. I hate it. And then I usually check out some of the YouTube people. There's Brothgo, who's like full on top level, and I was actually just watching him do some stuff generating power with volcanoes, with one of the new volcanoes, and it was crazy. He's trying to go for 12 kilowatts of power. So he was dumping oil onto some heat transfer tiles. When you dump, when you heat up oil in only hot enough, it turns into petroleum and then natural gas. Now, thinking, yeah. So he's making natural gas and petroleum. Or he's turning the oil into natural gas by just cooking it, which is really something left field. So I think I wouldn't think of really. Let's go to there. But yeah, it's nuts. Yeah, then he's pre-cooling it down using two steam engines. And then using the hot petroleum natural gas to heat up the oil that he was sending down there. And it went on. It's crazy. I think part of it there is he has a really good understanding of how the gases and the energy transfers the way it does. That. So engine, 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's gonna suck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I really want it to be 6 now. The problem is just set up water and polluted water. Oh, it's a pain because the water filter, it heats. The water always comes out at 45 degrees. So it instantly gives you a crazy amount of heat in your base. That's the kind of thing that I find really kills the game. Stuff like that. There's another one, Grind This Game. I need to have a look at him and see how he plays. Speaking of the oil and such, Turmoil's been popular lately. I've been wondering about getting that, having a go. Interesting little game. But it feels like one of those games which I enjoy watching more than playing. Not going to straighten the coastline? I'm going to try and avoid it if I can. It'll be the last relic of version 12. What game was that? Turmoil. It's been out for a few years. And it had a DLC come out. Like a month ago or 2 months ago. high. In theory, I could have my own power grid here, just like I used to. Way back when, I had the solar field down here. It's actually minimized quite a bit because it spanned the whole distance, and it powered this whole system. Coltrane's got to work out. Yeah. I was actually looking into using liquefaction here to make solid fuel, but it was going to be too big. So I might make another oil facility for that, or expand this one. We'll see. There was a plan to put the oil up here at one point, and I'm still thinking about doing that. My only hesitation was it was very close to all of the oil patches here, so it was going to get very cramped. I could also put it up here further, or I could be really crazy and put it down here. Alternatively, I could completely surround the lake, like have it down here or up there. Turmoil's not bad on the iPad. Hi, yeah. Forgot that. This is mobile. It's very much a mobile type game. Now, 1, 2, then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4 wagons. I should probably give it 6. Good to keep kids quiet on long journeys. Huh. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Does make these trains awful long. Six, 6, 6. 6, 6, 7, 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh. 3, 4. Hope if I can count. Flabberbabbit. Hey, do I have any tips to push trains to another station further down the rail? They have them sitting at the first few stations and clog the system up. There's a few approaches you can use, so, and I'm using quite a few different ones here. So, I'll start with the oil one. So the oil one has a stacker here, and then it uses the circuit network to turn off signals. And I think, no, it doesn't turn off the stations. Turning off stations in this sort of map is bad. So it uses an averaging type system to turn on this, or to allow the trains to go into stops which are below average. So see this one, these are red because it's a bit higher than the rest. So these are all red. So there's only 2 currently that are accepting trains. Nope, train went into that one, so it's now only the other one. This works up until a point, so the signal adds 1500 track tiles equivalent worth of path costing. See, there it goes. So this train's been forced to find this one. This system works to a point. Like right here, it's working quite well, of course. Unfortunately, there's not many trains coming through to really demonstrate it. Normally these are zooming in and out. How do I know it's 1500 tiles? It's in the mod API. That's how and it was published a little while ago, last year. It's in utility constants, I think. That's actually leading into the last way. All the refiner groups still applied. Yeah, they're all 10 of them are oil unload. So this system works here, but it does break down if you start going too much further than that. Try to disable stations. Oh yes, disabling stations gets really messy. So that's what I'm doing down at the main base. So you can see, so it's doing the averaging again, only it's also turning off stations. Yeah, you need once you start turning off stations, you need a station which is unreachable. I actually cut this one off because it turns out that there's so many of these iron unloads that you never need it. But there's a copper one here, so a dummy copper one. It's wired to the circuit network to be permanently on. So this uses the same averaging system again, only now it's introduced. It can turn off stop switch a train arrives at. So it's set to enable condition when red is equal to 0, but then when a train is stopped, read stop train is set to output red. And then, so a wire going to here, see it's outputting 5200, which is its train ID. You can actually see it right down the bottom, 5230. So 5230 goes onto this wire. Now it's on this wire. This can then read it and say that red is no longer equal to 0 and turn it off. So as soon as a train arrives at a stop, you see it instantly turned on again. So whenever a train's there, it turns its stop off instantly. You got to see it here again. As soon as the train arrives, it'll stop it. It'll turn off. There we go. And that forces all the trains to repath and find new stations, which gives you a more immediate result. Which leads to the next downside, which means that it's very laggy with a very big system. And that's something that I'm starting to face here. And on another playthrough where we made a 2000 signs a minute bot-based system, it was a very serious problem. Now, the iron one, because it's so big, it's 22 unloading stations. That system breaks down. This whole averaging and train stops turning off. Doesn't work anymore. This one actually turns off the stations with the averaging as well as turning off the signal. So I normally turn off the signals instead of the stations because it's the least intensive on the Pathfinder. The station, turning off the station, so these are all going to advance forward because this station stops being turned off. All these stops have been turned off. So what I've done is I've broken it down into smaller groups. So there's a final group down here, then a gap of one train length. Then there's another group of 4, one train length. Another group of branches, train length, and then the first group. So the trains will get to this point, and they'll try to go in here if any stops are open. Otherwise, they'll move on to the next group. See, he's trying to go down there. Train pulls in, and then when the Pathfinder updates, this one's already updated. When it updates, it'll continue on. So there's now 3 trains down here. That one's happily continuing on. It's trying to chase his tail. Oh, it's found another one. See, now it's finding their home, right at the end. See, and that's what forces... So this little system here is what forces them down the end. So yeah, as the thing gets bigger and bigger, it gets progressively more complicated. See, as soon as it went down there. Now the last way, I actually made a mod that lets me change these settings. It's because the waiting, where is it? Waiting at stop is normally the biggest killer, and so I made this just so I could turn it up. Also turn up the cost of a train waiting at red signal, because that's really annoying having all the trains stack up in one line on a 2-track system. So turning off the station makes a train recheck for all new stations, even if it doesn't go to the station. So all trains trying to go to, so if I turn off a drop iron train stop, all trains looking for drop iron will be forced to to update their path, which means you can have a very big lag spike. If I go to time usage, you might be able to see it. So trains, yeah, 11. So it's starting to see moderate lag spikes from the train stops turning off and on. Is the mod public? Yes. I don't go into a lot of detail explaining it, mainly because it's more intended for advanced users. And you can do some very strange things if you start putting in random numbers. Although I did update the mod description yesterday because someone commented saying there wasn't enough detail. And so I elaborated a little bit more and linked to the Reddit, I think it was the Reddit post where what's his name? Arg? Something like that. Asked for the Pathfinder code originally. And I was standing on track in all that time. Possible to break everything in glorious ways? Oh yeah. Hey, finished polar bear also. All sorts of crazy and unique ways. 2468. Okay. I probably didn't want to do that. Yeah, facts. Go up there. There. Bleep. Blop. The hope is... there. That I actually... Let's give you some pumps. You're on the top side anyway. Just pull that up. Let's try this away then. I did actually do one of these ones before, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so that's filled both sides. This should do the other side. Yep, like that. But... so it's only repass trains trying to actively go to drop iron, not... yeah, only the ones actively trying to, as far as I understand it. There. Oh wait, no, it's fine. It can be there. Yeah, what I'm trying to do... Dang it. Has to be like that. Yeah, that's it. So then I can have a splitter there to merge it. It feels like I could make it more compact though. Yeah, it ain't working. How did I do this last time? I'd really like to know. Can't remember it. It's annoying. I'll do this bit so far at least. Unless... I really want 8 chests. That's the main thing. I was just thinking maybe I could do something like that. Although it is only 4 chests then. It's a bit less than ideal. So... Doesn't underground fit all the way over? It does. One spans all that distance. But... yeah. So I don't want... I want them to all be... see if I can get it. Merging down like that. So they're all on their own unique belt. Instead of like 2 inserters inserting on a belt, and that should stop the unequal wonkiness. Should. Doesn't necessarily mean it will. Actually not... don't mind it. How far can that go there? If I like one more tile, I suppose it could. I was wondering what all that stuff was. There. There. It's not R. There we go, save the tile. Actually, it doesn't really matter, because it's got to do something like that anyway. Huh. All that for nothing. I'm sort of also trying to come up with a new unloader to replace the main base one. The main base one still has issues. Although it was really just a stopgap. I want to get rid of the circuit network stuff on it. I'm pretty sure I did build one. I don't know what I did with it. I came with a nice one that was like this sort of style. Do you know, it's funny actually, I've already forgotten what I was teaching. You can definitely tell the difference between when I'm in the morning and when I'm in the night. I already forgotten what I was explaining. Underground thing from directly under the... Also, one's backwards. What was I doing? 27.7. $221 per second. If I remembered it right. So 100 divided by 7.7 by 2. 43 seconds. This is the thing with unloaders is if you have too few chests, it unloads too slowly. So you don't have slack time for the train to leave and another one to come in. If you unload too quickly, you have a lot of active inserters for no good reason. So you've got to sort of find a balance. Hey, Intertooth's here. Roaring away. How's it going? Good, good. I'm doing pretty good. Sire. Now 86 seconds to unload a train, apparently. Sire's a bit much. You reserve that one for Shred Guy. Just having one unload. I'm going to work with two. It's not the best. It's just a slow unload is the problem. Bit of that. Bit of land. Shred 2 is referred to as it. The one whose shredder always breaks. This is my old inventory layout too. I don't do it like that anymore. It's better. I like how I'm zooming out as I tap it. Yeah. It's better. Yeah, so when I go 5, I get medium power poles. When I go shift 5, I get big power poles. 4, stack inserter. Shift 4, fast inserter. Early on, when you get the two types of belts, one has the slow belt, shift 1 has the fast belt. And then 2 is the yellow underground, red underground, and so on. I finally found a use for the weird inventory hotkey system. It took me a while to think of that one though. I got to admit. Let's do that. Let's try to translate into the Dutch. That means something. Yeah, I didn't think so. Didn't think that would happen. There. Oh, just random construction. I always forget which way round these are. So it needs to go up and in. Steam power, why not go nuclear? I have gone nuclear actually. This is getting worse before it's getting better. Let's pick that up. I can slide up a tile, because I've got to make it tileable. I'm also inventing new and wacky unloaders as I go along. How's it going anyway, Sipchar? Like everything Factorio, you only do it because you can. Is it that way? Already forgotten. Nope, that's fine. But... There we go. So stupid. Oh, that one didn't work. Eh. Be that way. What do I do for plastic? Let's study that. Simple and effective, but it's a slow unload, that one. It's too slow. I want to double it up. But as I say, I had one and then I lost, and then I don't know what I did with it. Might have been on one of my 16 branches. Now those things plonked on that side, so it has to go up, not down. Which means I should realistically drop this down now. What I'll do is move these, and then when I do the real thing, when it comes to it, I'll slide it down. Do I not have a uranium deposit? Yeah, oh, plenty of uranium. And all nuclear things churning away. Yeah, there's a train. How much have I got? Yeah, 47,000 good uranium. Just happily burning away. Pretending to burn away. Well, it is actually burning away, it's just not doing any generating. Just got your first ad bits. I never got any ad bits. I could push the add button, then you could get some ad bits. Yeah, I'm only doing it because I want one of every power generation. So that was right, wasn't it? Yeah, it was right. It's fine. Hey, Boomshine's here. Hey-oh! 25 Boomshine bits out there. I'm pretty sure this is similar to the one that I did do last time. Wish I knew what I did with it. Flip, flip. Yep. Okay. Probably gonna need to push it out from the turbine stuff though. So let's do that. Let's give it some actual room. Hey-oh! You can have the first ad bit. Thank you very much. I think it's still... I can't remember. I'm pretty sure the threshold was 10. It's a bit high. I should lower it to 5 again. I don't play Minecraft anymore. Or at least I haven't in a long time. I have played Minecraft. I played Age of Engineering for a little bit. Kind of got bored of it though. Heyo! Mountain Stream! Adbits! 24 of them. That's it right there. Thank you very much. I have no idea what I'm doing right now. I'm just adding belts randomly. Let's do something useful. That wasn't something useful. Now... would like to line up in a grid of roboports going along here. Also, why is there a double up on these things? Oh, I think I know what that's from. That's from me. Yeah, it's just from me. That's 89.3, yeah. I think it's found its maximum. Heyo, Cogsy! With the 70 Friday morning bits. I had to pause there because I was thinking, trying to think whether or not it was actually Friday, because yeah, it's still Friday, just. Nope. Blarp. Alright. In fact, what I'm gonna do is drop that down. Say there. Maybe not so far close. So far close, yes, that's a technical term. Very technical term. 803 for you? Ooh. Nice and early, is it? Do some useless stuff on average 100 hours from your 1200 hours. Sounds about right. I'll just push it out to there. There. If it needs to come back in, it can come back in. Slide back in. Grab that, grab that. That's why I can't see anything. Oop. That one. There we go. Now I've got the markers. 2. I'm assuming a 2 engine long thingy. 3. 4. 5 and 6. I'm also going with 6 wagons from 3, so I'm basically doubling the length of these trains. May or may not be necessary. Screw it, let's make it 1-4. Let's see what happens. I just don't want big, huge trains here. Get rid of that one. What's the worst that can happen? So what's the worst that can happen? Probably crash and catch fire. Let's vomit up some of these. These are actually misaligned. They're off by a tile, so I probably shouldn't be encouraging building them. I actually have to load up an older save and see the maximum power the old build produces compared to this one. What do we got? Ah, over there again. Ooh, how's this patch doing? Forever shrinking. Hey, we got steel. All the packs are going. What is this? What's missing? Blue. Blue? Blue. At least it's going now. Go out in a blaze of glory. I seem to be backing up. So it's been like that for at least a little while. Always blue, except for when it's space pack. So merge down. So and then all of the ums and ahs and herbs. So 1, 2, 3. There. Never understand the right ratio for blue. Basically just all of it. Finished off the bot speed? Yeah, I did. I got to bot speed 18 last time. So now we're working on the laser turret damage. I might hit some more of these, bring it up to 600 or something. Well, the unload's there. Let's turn these around. About there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Even though technically it does actually go down. There. It's not quite in the exact right spot. That's fine. Now, can I do this without looking at a reference? It's gonna be difficult. Oh, actually, how far apart are you? One tile. Let's go to there and then there. Basically need an 8-lane balancer. Or an 8 to 6. There. Aww. It's nice when you get the extra space. Everything fits. I can actually flatten it. Because I'm actually trading vertical space for horizontal space. I don't think that works actually. No, it doesn't. It needs more space here. Oh well, it's worth a shot. Should actually put that there. I'll make it all over the top. Now you go up there. You can go there. Bring you across to here. Could also swap that. See what happens. Sorry, I didn't see that. What's laser going to? Let's see. It's going to damage 17 plus 70%. Where is it? So it's a plus 860, so we go to 900 and something. So, yeah. Be getting pretty close to one-shotting behemoths. They're already pretty close to already. Oh, it needs repair. Some dead bugs there too. Ooh. Clear up that. Just get some general clearing going. I'm gonna need more mining productivity if I want to keep going. I'm really starting to rip through all of the iron that I have. I know I'm on critical levels of stone. Exploring's easy though. It's not the worst thing in the world. There. Oh, you don't have bots. Dang it. Speaking of deconstructing, where are you? There it is. Let's kill that. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, there you go, the bots. And kill that. And that, and that. So that'll get rid of the outpost from the list. Yep, there it is. Gone now. Yeah, most of these are empty, so there's a good chunk of iron that needs to be redone. What are you? 9. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. are all pretty low. Yeah, 9, 10, 7. Yeah, it's up here. Is 8 over here? Yeah, 8's over here. Oh, hang on a minute. 9, 10. There's 2. Oh no, it's 9, 18. Never mind. All is well. Get lost with just 3 or 4. Yeah, I can barely keep track of these anymore. I can never remember where anything is. Alrighty, take that down. And that. And you. And hopefully, everything still has range. One can only hope. Yeah, it does. Hey, Brandon. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's been... never mind. Oh, got it. It, got this storage chest. It's kind of important, that chest. Yeah, it's been a long time in the making this base. How's the pollution? That. It's pretty significant. Now back over to here. Get rid of that. Oh, right, I've got to get that over there. I did have to make it difficult on myself. I could always extend it out by another one. Stop all the miners with an alarm when the patch runs below a certain... There's a global alarm and could keep... Send dealing with large numbers of different patches. Hey, Rain Cloud. Doing pretty good. A certain percent. Yeah, I've tried playing around with alarms, but generally... So, like, having the speaker go off, for me, just tells me that what I already know, which is that it's getting low. I mentioned this, if everyone has been around, mentioned it many times where, you know, thing goes off when it's below a threshold. Yep, it's low. It's actually kind of annoying, if anything. There? It's a bit crap. Go that away. I certainly don't have any obligation to make it this small. Gives you time to set up new patches or change stations. I like to do it in a batch run. So just do a whole lot at once. Oh, I'll keep it like that. Why can't I make... Oh, I know. Just cheat. Pull this back. It's really hard to improve on the design this is based off of. It's already so... Hey, Nicky Not Potato, how's it going there? It'd be morning for you too, wouldn't it? In that case, good morning. Yeah. I don't like this game anymore. 7:20 AM. Ah, nice and early. Ah, here we go. Fix forever. And stop stalking. Don't have a blueprint of it. Not. And thank you for the follow there. Not of this exact one. It's basically just that. It's just one tile wider. Which I could have just copied, arguably, instead of wasting all that time. Whee! Donk. Yeah. Get some of this going on. Alright, I need to send both. Actually, it defeats the purpose of those. Huh. Stalker's gonna stalk whether you like it or not. I shouldn't say that actually. Follower's gonna follow. Ranko told me on live, eh? Huh, there you go. Don't think that defense is stand up in court. No, I don't think it would. I have no idea what I'm doing anymore. Just going backwards and forwards, pretending like I know what I'm doing. Let's try again. Just getting off work. Oh, you work nights, do you? I don't actually know what you do. Oh, wait, you used to work at... Didn't you just quit Walmart, actually? Oh, I did just read... Came like me. It's exactly right there. The correct word is whom. That's something that actually a lot of people get wrong. Who and whom never get used correctly. Ah, it's Diane Lee, right. Yeah. So it's nearly 10:30. So I'm going to use that excuse that it's late. Yeah, so now I'm redoing the entire thing, which I just did. Apparently. The band should be whom. Who? Oh, I better not start that one. Gotta start the whole who and band. Who? Band. Who? Band. Band on stage. Who? Oh dear. I think I have that somewhere. Now I gotta do the same thing again. And I've done that for some reason. It's like, what does IDK stand for? What does it stand for? Exactly, Samberlander. How's it going there anyway? I see you just got up too. Actually, if I slide you down one... Don't know why anyone would watch me build this thing for the better part of 45 minutes. Signs per minute, 3,200, if it's actually planning on doing it right now. Where are we at? Yep, it's doing it actually, for a change. I guess it's caught up on iron. There it is. 3,200 is 2 red belts, so literally 2 red belts. It's actually catching up on rocket launches. Not really. Oop, autosave. A rare sight these days. Well, seems to be fine on the mining drills, red circuits. Yeah, it all seems to be happy. Let's check the steel. Yeah, there we go. See, it's missing steel again. Upgrade those red. Oh, I don't want to do that. Could downgrade everything to red belt. Ow. Do the same to this one actually. Oop. There we go. Just made a total mess of a thing of some kind. I decide how far out to put the wall before we build bigger base. Usually what I do is find some kind of choke point, like here, and give it some... Well, in this case it was pretty well defined where to put it. But I usually find some kind of choke point or that I can draw the wall across. Just one tile different. Everyone's after you, Identity Unknown. You can't escape them. Yeah, so I just find a narrow point and set up the wall like that. Similar sort of thing for any other map. As I say, this one's a bit of a special case because this was the edge of the explored area. Blue belt equals more faster. Yep, 4 red belts it sounds like. Well, that means I can move this closer. In fact... Fosker! Thank you for follow there. Oop. So I can slide this in closer now, which is awful convenient. Just make sure not to delete that. There it is again. There. Yes. Well, I think I could probably just do that. Oh wait, that one is, because there's only 6, that one's not used. So I'm just wondering if I can get away with pushing it in a little bit further. Would slide in 2 because of the railway track. It'll move in 2s. It's a good wall build train. Oh, you have water. Oh, yeah. I haven't really done any big 16 map generator playthroughs, so yeah, it might be a bit more difficult. Yeah, they'll sit there. In that case, yeah, just find bottlenecks, smallish ones. Trying to think, do everything too much at once. That's a horrible spot again. I think 3 red belts is 2 blue belts worth. Yeah, it is. Given that the gimmick is the red belts, I kind of don't want to move away from it. It's also getting increasingly difficult to ramp it up much bigger. Yeah, it charted out. I don't think I can move in one more tile. Just putting it out there. What I should do is actually progress. Yeah, that thing that I occasionally, but very rarely do. Hooray! Of course, when you have the whole base, I definitely didn't do that the other time. This time, when I doubled the previous one. Excellent. Doesn't quite cover everything. Oh well. Bloop. Yeah, UPS. Yeah, you don't want to go too crazy scanning. Charting map, that's a good way to burn up the UPS. Alright, so the past, what, 2.5 hours, I managed to make that and this train thing. Okay. Still gotta set up the water and everything for this crap. What's wrong to blueprint double stuff? So let's quickly. Where we got? there's some old ones. Oh yeah, that one. That's one of the practice runs. Oh, it is something different. Let's load that one, just quickly. Yeah, we'll get this up to Samalander. Sub hype. Ooh, all the achievements. This is an older save of a map I was going to show. But yeah, so I haven't done a game like this since 15. Jamball's on a roll with a sub gifting there. Suppose it's going to be more game than PC. Yeah, pretty much. But yes, this is actually, I did actually have a more advanced version which did have like wall up there, wall across there, wall across there, and I think that wasn't connected to anything. But that's what you would normally do, is just find a strong point that's narrow like that. But this is 14, version 14. Is it version 14 or 15? There's one way to tell us, look at science. That's version 14 right there. We could have tried remembering to look at the version number. Yeah, it's even the name. Don't think any of those show it. I hate the lakes. Yeah. That one. I don't think I did anything. No, I didn't do anything in this one. Nope, biter attack. But as I say, yeah, just a narrow point, chop it, and then chop it with wall. Water only in starting area. Not unless you get lots of cliffs. Oh yeah, and this is actually a template for the starter base book, this map. It's about to get eaten by biters. Oh, I know what that is. I don't want that anymore. Or that. I'm just taking the time to clean up. A save folder. I think everyone has a ZZZ save. Do you have an AAA save? Yeah. Where is it? 1220. For an AAA. Oh, there's that one. You don't have a ZZZ save? Oh, you're not trying hard enough. How many 0 saves? I'm trying to find a map. It might be in the other directory though, in my backup directory. I'm gonna move more out. Oh well. Let's go back there. Oh, that's only a fraction of the saves. I have more saves too. How big is the save folder? Let's see. So the backup folder has 201 save files. Which is 5.8 gigs. That one is 160. So yeah, just a few. Now, I want a bit of that going on. Perhaps even has a concrete. Actually, I might just not go with the brick. Yeah, just do the hazard. And then hope no one steps on it. No one being me. 60 gig is a lot, even by my standards. I should actually bring the advanced concrete round for that. Oh, just clean out the junk. Let's see how far we can go with this thing. Alrighty. Oh, they have one save and named it Jamble. It's the one save to rule them all. It's the one free save. This could have some kind of adverse consequence. But we'll see. Can't be that bad, surely. Everything catches fire. Oh, I'm getting filled up. I had to miss every substation. You actually kept one version 12 map? Only one? I kept most of them. Nap time? Alrighty then. Have a good one. Have a good rest. The rest of my day will consist of the next 20 minutes and then bedtime. Alrighty, now head, brain, thingy, grind. So, 4. Go 24 hours. Oh, I don't think I can manage that. Let's go for about... Oh, I do lose a bit of space. Oh, well, just do it. What I'll do is I'll run the longer pipe, see if it works, and if it doesn't, I'll move it up. So I want to see... Oh yeah, forgot about that. I am getting tired though. I'm losing it. Got tell. Forgot you're wanting to show. Did you ever get the link permit? Make poor Sunny Honey Bunny type it out on his phone. Should head it out. Alright, catch you later. Have a good breakfast. I assume it's breakfast. What the hell's going on in there? Oh, pipe. There we go. Something else is blocking it though. Wonder what it is. There we go. Might be a way. I see. Got the old ammo wall going on. Ooh, hello biters. Burn, biters, burn. See, a lot of those laser turrets don't even fire. They get ready to fire and then don't. Okay. Got a fairly late game sort of base going on there. There's one make everything. So flamethrowers are good. Yeah, once you get the damage into them, they're pretty devastating. How do I refill? They're being fed with light oil. Set rocket. Okay, it looks like it's pretty close to having a rocket. I don't know where the oil actually comes from anymore. Just has oil apparently. I wonder where it comes from. I really don't know where the oil comes from. Oh, it was there, that's why. Yeah, there was, now I know, so, you remember when I built this thing, remember how there was a liquefaction thing set up? Yeah, that's what that was for. Now I get it. I demolished the oil supply. Which is that these haven't done much. That's why the pipe's not full anymore too. Air member? Pepper Ridge Farm remembers. Never even seen that episode. Family Guy thing, isn't it? Why doesn't the wall get more attacks? I think, yeah, the pollution's only just on the edge. So it's only seeing little attacks. Yeah, up here, because it's getting a little bit more pollution, it's starting to see more. Yeah, up here too. Probably sees the most. I definitely haven't turned up the no, turn down the diffusion so it's harder for pollution to spread. Ja, Epson Brink. Thank you for det. Let's get a few more robopods going. See how much each bitumen. Am I using laser and fire guns? Lasers everywhere. I only fire here now. I got rid of the turret, flame turrets everywhere else. So, let's see how much beacon module and good pipe lay, help UPS, saw a base, great, but only do 1,000 size per minute. 30F lucky. Yeah, the turbine's being fed steam from the boilers. It's just, it actually works out to be the exact same as 2 steam engines. It just means you have half as many entities. And because I want to run steam power, it works out for me quite advantageous. Normally there's no reason to do it. Let's cancel those. I might just go nuts with the roboports. Hey, Rain Cloud, thank you for those there. Oh, Rome will kill me if I don't fix that. No, I'm not kidding there, he probably would. It's just a tiny bit obsessive about the power pole grid there. How are we looking? Good start. Hey, Video Game Geek, how's it going there? The base isn't too bad either. Never clean up the substations in there because it uses an older layout. It's Friday. It's almost Saturday for me. Now, let's pull more of these in. Which is probably crafting more. Where's that train at? Oh, it's actually coming now. With stuff. Yeah, it just means we get the Factorio Saturday facts. Every minute gone is 1 minute closer to Monday. Not wrong there. Oh, it actually brought railway. Oh no, it's trashing railway track. I completely forgot the Steam layout. Yeah, it's 1.14.10 for the basic one, and then 1.5, 13, 15, something like that. .5, 20 something. How's the trash train work? That one's pretty involved, because it does quite a lot. It's divided up into two parts. This part is the requesting part, this part is the trashing part. So everything that's not in this list, it will try and trash. It ends up on this wire, which sends it to the requester chest. But and then when there's something gets moved into these chests, it turns on this station. How do I fuel the trains? With nuclear fuel. And that's actually where this train comes back in. It's constantly requesting 30 nuclear fuel. And it's got 157 right now. Yeah, so whenever something's ready to be trashed, it turns on the station, and then when something is being requested by here, I'm trying to see. That's the stuff to. That's a list of stuff to request. Yeah, it's not requesting anything in the minute. Yeah, when there's something that's being requested, it actually goes into here, which also turns it on, and then it sends it down the red wire to here, where it then collects the items. So the request comes in here. So the train wants 300, it needs 380, 379 turbines to be full. How much update does the second work use? No, not that much, a little bit. I think it's still less than 1 UPS. But yeah, this thing, combinator thing, then sets the requests to fill the train and then sends the train on its way when it's full. Or when the train times out. Time usage. Oh, was it there? Oh, it's up to 1 now. It's actually, it might be a bit more because of the yeah. It's not the worst thing in the world. It managed to keep trains and circuit network pretty low, considering. Yeah, that's all without mods. The only mod I'm running is my train pathing mod. Transport lines is belts, yes. Does that do the trashing outpost? No, the mining outposts use their own trash train, which is much simpler. It just has the single combinator type setup. And sends a request, and then there's a train here, which just goes to all of the outpost trash that are named the same. And then whenever a base is trashing, so let's bring it up. And then deconstruct. I do use OBS. It has use OBS. So deconstruct those. And as soon as they get moved into that chest, it turns it on. And now the train's heading over here. This one's much simpler and very effective. It means that if I go around and do this to a whole lot, then a whole bunch of them will turn on, and the train will then have to go around one by one, checking all of them. But it will get there. I came up with this back in the sim map. What does that mod do? It lets you The train path tweaker just lets me increase, or for the most part increase, the penalties associated with the train stop, a train at a train stop. So the trains will search further for alternate stops. Helps with the unloads. Yeah, so the mining outpost controller's just on the green wire and the trash system's on the red wire. That red wire. Do I have this set up? I only have this train set up in the mad science. Or variation of it. I don't do the 1 to any, that came later. Actually, it might be the mad science. No, it was the sim map, was the one where it went through the list. Because you couldn't turn off train stops back then. How do trains know when to refuel? They always check for fuel when they pull in. So whenever they need fuel, it'll get shoveled in, and then that'll call for more fuel here, and so the train will bring more fuel. Speaking of the train. Ow. I should summon some radars, actually. All the trains refuel there. All of them that pull up here can refuel, so all of the coal trains, all the coal trains definitely need to refuel here. These have the option of refueling here or at the oil base. These actually don't. The packs probably should though. Yeah, the coal trades, yeah, I can refuel here too. Same with the plastic. Plastic has a choice of refueling here or at the base. Acid train refuels. I don't actually have one on the iron plate train, but it does get refueled at the base. Oil trains. Oil base is the same principle. Exact same unit is here. It's just requesting fuel though, and nothing else. And then at base, so yeah, the coal train can fuel again. Plastic, it's got fuel. Apparently that one's missing a chest. But I'm free to be a bit careless there because it gets refueled at either end. I thought you made a refueling center that could check all trains. Nah. That's a smart trains thing. Yeah, and all the ore unloads have fuel here. That's where they get their fuel from. All the ore trains have to go via this thing to determine whether or not they're still needed. That's backwards. Yeah, there's no vanilla way to check a train's fuel level. Oh, these are backward. Yeah, these things are backwards. Dang it, I thought I fixed that. No, station can only read a train's contents, not its fuel level. What makes them wait there? They wait on circuit condition. In this case, the T signal's turned into blue, so T greater than 0, that turns on. T greater than 1, T greater than 2, T greater than 3. Yeah, it's just blue greater than 0. I changed it to blue because then it's constant across all of them. Oh, anyway. That's another yawn. Yeah, this one should actually be lighting up there. Time usage 11. That's high. Don't think mine's that high. Or is it? What's it at? 7. Peak of 9. It's a lot of belts. Be interesting. If I do my inserter rework stuff, it'll be interesting to see what it gets to, though. Oh, you're cut off from the rest, aren't you? Oh, that one is. That's what the map view says. Oh, it goes round. But yeah, that one needs to be reconnected. So I should do so. How can you make one lamp different colors depending on the circuit conditions? Okay. That's actually a bit of well, I wouldn't say involved one, but a not obvious one. Because there are a few different ways of doing it. This method I'm using here relies on the color priority system. So the lamps will use a color in order from red down to white, or black actually, but these three are basically white. So red prefers the most, and then black prefers the least. Black just produces white, because it doesn't have anything of its own. Say use colors, anything, red 0, there. And then why that? Say yellow, it'll take priority over it. Red overwrites everything. Get rid of that. Now it's green. So what you can do is wire that to some kind of combinator contraption. Let's use a decider. Where did I? There it is. Couldn't see it. So red, there. Anything greater than 0. That goes red. So that's one way to do it. Another way. No, that won't work. Never mind. But that's how this one here works, which is 3 different colors. God, makes it look so easy. Yeah, I do a little bit. As I say, it's not obvious how to do it. It's not very clear. But this one's even more involved because it's got... this one sets the color, which is normal for like the blue, and then this combinator will set it to yellow, and this one will set it to red. Lol, click, see? Sure. The simplest way is just to have it take the color signal like this is how I used to do it when I first learned it, was I'd make a decider or something output a color signal, and that would make it light up according to it. Let's just say red, off, on. And then someone showed me that you can set the color by writing a color signal to it, and then you can get rid of that. You write a color signal on one wire, so I'm using on the green wire, And then you use the red wire for the actual logic that you want to show. So I want Y. So now when I turn off Y, it turns off. So it's just inheriting the color. It's not processing the color signal. I hope people are following that. I hope. Actually make that 1. Neat, 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 neat. But yeah, the one over on the train controller, as I say, there's quite a lot going on there, because this constant combinator is setting the blue, so when it has nothing else to, because this is set to anything greater than 0. So blue is anything greater than 0. So it just lights up that. But it has at least, if I pull up the color list again, blue's down here, or cyan actually. And then if you follow it up, the next one higher up is yellow, and then top one's red. So yellow will overwrite cyan, and red will overwrite yellow. And that's why I chose the colors that I have. Yellow actually means there's a train at the station. Hey Rex King, how's it going? So yeah, there's nothing happening here, so it's just lighting up blue. In this case, there's a train in the station, loading. Yellow overwrites the cyan, so it lights up yellow. And then if I come over here, there's no outpost receiver, so this is outputting red. And so red overwrites all of them and lights up red. If I had 2 of the same outpost number, it would also light up red, or more than 1, basically not 1. This is actually black not equal to 1, this combinator. And so it will always light up red if there's something wrong with the outpost in that way. And then the red would overwrite the yellow and the blue. If any of that made sense. I take it it didn't, because the viewer number went down. Does anyone know how to disable the Steam overlay? Shift tab? Or do you mean permanently turn off? I think it's a Steam setting to disable it in a game. That didn't work. Yeah. Hey, it did span. I was worried the construction network wouldn't cover. It's true too, you can use the non-Steam version. Drop a radar down there. It's nice to be able to look at the whole thing. Not that it provides anything useful. Ooh, time. So that's just need the turbines now. But other than that, that's the thing. That's 450 megawatts there. This whole thing, or 400, probably 440 or something. It's like 89. Not his head pretending to understand. Maybe 530. Programming. Got to be chill? Nope. It's considerably more complex. I can't remember what the old build, this one did. I'll probably find out, actually. You get the universal measuring tool out, so 580. What were they? They were 900. I should know that, but I don't. So, let me just double check that. 580. So 522 megawatts versus, so it's gone down a little bit. That's because it doesn't have the length that it used to. Well, that for 440, yeah. 597 should be 600. Actually, that should be... Each row is 89 to 90 megawatts. One chunk of steam needs a power pole. Needs a little bit more. It needs turbines and all lots of stuff. What's wrong with nuclear? Nothing. We've got the nuclear here. There it is. It's happily pretending to churn away right now. I'm just doing it because I can. Because I always had a steam build here. Yeah. Burner steam, not the turbines. Probably is one. That'll be the one where I had to shift click it. I'll fix it later. As I say, there's got a lot more problems to sort out yet. I was gonna say, where is it? Oh, I can't use it. Yeah, there's the old one. You can actually see. Just quickly load this. That's rail in the way. Okay. As I say, I'll fix it later. Will it crash? Will it crash? Will it crash? Nope. It works. Yeah, that's the old one. The version 14. Version 14 or version 12 stack. Should be like 16. Yeah, 16. It's like 2316. 2216. I think it's under, and then my version 12 power switch. That's what the map used to look like. The base has grown a bit. And the UPS went down a bit. Will I add RSO? Yeah, I probably will. This is actually the one rocket a minute base from 14. I did find the save eventually. This one even... Someone... I can't remember who it was asked me about it. It was the turning off builds. This one does it. So it's got power switch on each of the 3 steel builds. That's why these are off right now. Does the same thing for the smelting. This is a bunch of them turned off. RSO, resource spawn overhaul. The old circuit build. Yeah, same thing again. It depowers as it as power goes down. There's that killer train. See, it's been going back and forth between the steam plant and the base since version 12. Or is it that one? Oh, it's that one. It's not that one. And there's the old train controller. The one that barely worked. It's come a long way, hasn't it? This one also showed you how many trains were waiting, as well as how many loads. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there, because I need to go to bed.